Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. If you're here with me either in the Discord chat or in the YouTube chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have Franco, Davey Edge, Dude, Lil Stegs, Nuggets, O'Keefe, SW, Darren, Dustin, GMC, Franco, Nuggets, Apex, Ray, J, Darren, Shady Lady, Astro Nerd, Juju, Viking, Angus, Poolhound, Big Sexy, Cyrus, Danielle, Acumen, GC, Wolf, Midland Trader, Timothy, Silent, Big Sexy, Chris, Kenko, Dustin, Mox, WD, Davey Edge, Tris, Bird, Shawnee McVonney, Mox, Gratis, Blaze, and Deepu. How you doing there? Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Vincent, G-Dub, Umer. Good morning, Mike James. Who? Mike James, Silent NW. Good morning, Sir Noodles. Angel. Good morning, Trader Page. Bill, Ghost Trader, Scorpion Futures, Sir Noodles, Arlim, Yacht Flyer. Almost got away with it. Good morning, Bill. Happy Friday, everybody. It is Friday. Jumping into the charts real quick. We had this kind of very nice setup here. We bounced right off of the tippy top of that wick right there in the middle of this inefficiency. And I was judging on whether or not I was going to take that. But I said, you know what? I'm going to wait for the stream to start and judge that here. We do have an opportunity to look for longs if we break above our level here and then skitter to the top side. The markets are strong. And you may ask, well, why? Why are the markets so strong? We had some strong data overnight that has been carrying us up and up and up, and that positive data trend kind of continues here. We do have a bullish order block below this that we could be entertaining here to the downside, so we will have to see if we're going to chop between that. Keep in mind, today on the docket, we do not have anything in the U.S. being reported until 10 a.m. Eastern time. Then that's going to be what we've all kind of been waiting for this week. It's the University of Michigan sentiment, the preliminary sentiment, current conditions, expectations, and the 1-year inflation and 5 to 10 year inflation outlook. That's going to be out at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So it's going to be 30 minutes after the open. We don't have any U.S. data that's going to be reported until then. We do have some Canadian data, which could be interesting. That's going to be coming at the bottom of the hour. We had some Mexican data just being released right here, right now. We had the March industrial production and the manufacturing production out for Mexico. Let me get a quick read on that if I have that out yet. Looking like industrial production for Mexico month over month was up. Year over year is down. And the prior revisions I'm still waiting on here. So nothing really moving the market all that much there. We are just kind of chopping around in a downtrend here. You can see on Bookmap. We are just kind of chopping around, kind of holding this downtrend for the time being. I am curious that if we did find some room back down here, if we did find, switch over to the 1 minute here, if we did find some bids again down here, this is a very thin market, mind you. If we did find some bids down here, I could be interested in trying along for a breakout of this area up here. But that's what I'd be looking at as far as a setup for this morning. But yeah, we don't have any U.S. data that's going to carry us, so I do assume that this is going to continue to be a pretty thin market. I'm just looking over at the volume here on my other screen. Looking to be a pretty thin market until then. I did see some folks trading this overnight. I'm curious if anybody would want to drop that they caught this move overnight. I mean, this was just a gorgeous, gorgeous move there in the overnight session because there was such good news overnight in the markets here. Canadian data. Do I have any Canadian data? We have 8:30. We have the unemployment rate, the hourly wage permanent employees, the participation rate. That's at 8:30. That's it for Canadian data today. So basically just 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, 7:30 Central time. Big G says, taking the day off today, myself going golfing this morning. Good luck to everyone. Happy Friday. Thank you, Big G. Hopefully you have a fantastic day on the links out there. Hopefully you shoot a lot better than I do. I shoot a 70, but only on the front 9. So hopefully you have a great day out there. Enjoy yourself. You've had an amazing, amazing week, I believe. And keep it rolling into the weekend there. Had a NKA long in the red, closed out for 200 loss before bed, and it rocketed up overnight. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jeff. It's the original Jeff, by the way. NKD, gotcha. Banked off an overnight short on gold. Dakota looked for the same trade, but he got stopped. Yeah, I noticed that on slow markets. Just a little bit of bad timing. Good idea, bad timing. Not bad timing, but unfortunate timing, I should say. Not bad timing. But yeah, I saw some folks talking about that trade as well, that they were able to hold through that and they ended up getting a good trade. Also, yeah, let's look at the Nikkei over here. I'm curious because there was a nice flush on it, right? Was this the flush on the overnight session? This was the flush on the overnight session, right? And then we had a nice little bounce there. Wow, it flushed all the way to these 140s down there. Wow, what a mover from 760 to 140. Imagine catching that whole move there to the downside. My goodness. Long in gold. Let's check it out, Sir Noodles. Wow. Look at that. So we had a little bit of a kerfuffleation there at 2374 spot 1, and then now skittering up to 2390 spot 8. So that could be interesting. I myself, of course, I haven't taken any trades this morning, as you can see. So just being patient here. I did trade my Express funded account yesterday. Ended up taking another loss in there, but I made, I don't know, like $15,000 in combines. So yeah, I made money in combines, and again, continuing the trend. I'm debating on whether or not I want to trade 1, 2, or 3 Express funded accounts today because, what is it? It's back-to-back losses. So yesterday trading 1 Express funded account, before that trading 3 Express funded accounts. So I don't know. I was thinking about that overnight, what I should be thinking about doing if I'm even going to trade them at all today. I mean, I'd like to, but yeah, we'll have to see. It depends on the University of Michigan sentiment and 5 to 10 in 1 year inflation read. If we do have a good read on that, maybe, and when I say good, I'm not saying generally good for the markets. I'm saying a good read in the sense that we get an outlier print and the market wants to follow that. Keep in mind, so today is Friday. That means that we have all of the weekly options contracts expiring today. All of the monthlies are next week. So next week is MOPEX, monthly option expiration. That is called MOPEX, and that's going to be next Friday. So we're going to have that on the docket for next Friday. But this Friday, there's weekly expiries. So it doesn't mean that there's going to be a whole mess of liquidity, but there's going to be at least more than usual on, say, on a regular given Thursday. We don't have a lot of news, but we do have Fed speakers today. 2 of those Fed speakers, we have two of the 4. We have 4 Fed speakers in total today. 2 of them are going to be voting members, and that's Michelle Bowman and Michael Barr. They're at the top and the bottom of the schedule. So Michelle Bowman is going to start speaking at the top of the hour, 52 minutes from now. She's a voting member. She's going to be speaking on financial stability risks, resiliency, and the role of regulators. And that's going to be, there's not going to be a live stream that I'm aware of, but there is going to be Q&A from a moderator, which means that she could definitely lean into monetary policy, and that could be interesting for us to be watching there. Lori Logan follows that at 10 a.m., and that's going to be in line with the University of Michigan read. So 10 a.m. for that. Then at 12:45, we hear from Mr. Austin Goolsbee. He's going to be doing a Q&A session at the Economic Club of Minnesota. There's a live stream for that one, which I will definitely be posting. And then at 1:30, we hear from Michael Barr, who is a voting member. And Michael Barr can definitely move the markets around here. He's giving a commencement speech before the American University School of Public Affairs graduation ceremony. There's not going to be any Q&A for that. There will be a webcast. I can't imagine he's going to comment on monetary policy. So when you look at the schedule, we will be hearing from 3 people talking about monetary policy, but only one of those people is going to be a voter, and that's Michelle Bowman. So I'd be actually shocked if we have any kind of thing from Michael Barr coming out in the afternoon here. So, and that's our schedule today. Since you're doing well in the combines, is it psychological in your XFAs? No, just bad. I mean, yesterday and the day before, I was on the wrong side of the market. It's a good question. So being on the wrong side of the market and then kind of just getting centered once I was, taking a little break, taking a beat. I don't know how much of that I streamed on YouTube. I think I streamed a little bit of on YouTube, but I think so. We closed up the YouTube stream being up $600 overall, and then I finished my Discord stream being up like $7,500. So we made an additional $6,900 trading in Discord, but it was not in XFAs, so it was just in combines. But yeah, it was just being on the wrong side of the market back to back and getting the wrong reads. And I've gone over that. I journaled yesterday's trades, and it was just having a little bit too heavy of a bias going into yesterday, putting too much weight on the news that came out. By the way, it does look like we are basing out just a touch down here. I kind of want to get in on a trade down here. Let's see. I'm going to take one contract long here. Let's see if that's copying perfect. Taking one contract long, and I'm going to put my stop at like 70, 75 and a quarter there. So I'm looking for this to break out of this area up here, looking for that to have a nice strong breakout. So if we did break out, looking for an add up there. So let me actually see if I can do this buy stop market up here, right there. So a breakout of that. Actually, we could do it even higher. So break out of that. So yeah, this is a trade where we're kind of hanging around in this inefficiency here, and it is kind of using the top of this wick as support now and using that as a level to go long off of. If we do break below that and we have negated that, we do have room on my stop down to 75 quarters. So I think that's a pretty decent setup there. Not sure what's going on with my Bookmap. Looks a little off here. There we go. But yeah, folks, do me a favor. Go ahead and drop a like on the video. Make sure you are subscribed if you aren't already. Do appreciate the support. We are close to 16,000 subs here on YouTube. And I would love to see us get all the way to 20,000 here soon. Hey, Rips, love your stream. How can I set that auto stop in Top Step X? Let me go ahead and show you real quick here. So Top Step X. All right, load this up here. So if you go into Top Step X over here, there's the settings button that's right here. You click that settings button, and then it's under your risk settings right here. You put position risk and profit brackets, and then you click automatically apply risk profit brackets to new positions. And this is where you set your risk parameters. So that's where you would do that. That was for, who asked that? Stephen D. That's where you set your auto brackets there in Top Step X. And you can also set other things like your personal daily loss limit, your personal daily profit target. So if you're trading a 50K account, you set this to $1,500, and $1,500 is how much it takes to hit your maximum profit on your 50K account. So it'll always stop you out when you hit $1,500. Is a great setting in there. Good morning, Shagri. Morning, Spastric. What time frame am I on? On this one over here, this is always going to be the 30-second chart. Always, always, always. But I'm trading off of this right here is a 15-minute time frame. So this is a 15-minute inefficiency right here. And then below this, we have a 15-minute bullish order block there. So yeah, this is the trade that we're in right here, right now. We have this long, looking for this to base out. And then, of course, we have 93 to the upside being our topping level. And that's where I'd like to be adding into this if we are going to see this pushing up. Does anybody see this in the same way that I did? I saw Richard Harris, not a believer in the long there. Not sure about that long. If I lose 1,500, can I make 3,000 the next day? No, it's per day. It is per day. I feel like Friday, I feel like on a couple of these days, I want to do slower trades so I can accommodate more traders. I know that sometimes the momentum style can be a little bit faster for folks. And I want to have some days where we have a little bit of a slower trade setup, similar to what Coach Dakota does on slower markets, so that we have time for everybody to kind of look at the trade, analyze the trade together, set it up together. Now, this is a risky area to have a buy stop, by the way, because this is a topping area of the market, right? There is a good chance that we'll run into resistance right here. We'll run into that resistance. Sorry, that's not right. I never draw on. I never draw on Ninja Trader. That's not the one I want. Let's see. Here? There we go. Yeah, there's a good chance we'll run into resistance right there. And even if we had like a little blow off of that liquidity, this could be a bad area to have a buy stop. So just keep that in mind, that it's a riskier add up here there. F6, is that the pencil? Let me see. That's a line. That's just a line. Gotcha. Thank you for that. So yeah, right there, basically hourly high where we're perking out right now. But yeah, you get the idea. It's a risky area to have a stop, but it confirms that we wouldn't be having a blowout there. Would you use Bookmap with longer trade setups? Of course, yeah. I mean, there's definitely there's order flow to read, and so if we're coming into an area of interest, I want to see what exactly is happening on the order flow there. So yeah, it's very important. I always use Bookmap. Trader Page, he's doing slower setups. I'm assuming that they're so. I mean, I get I literally have. So we have. I mean, 1,500 people here in Clubhouse. It's to like I have like right now I have 28 unread DMs right now, I believe. 27 unread DMs right now. And a lot of those are, I try to answer as fast as I can. It's a little bit overwhelming, but there's always, I've been noticing, at least in this week and last week, there's been a lot more people that have been requesting to have more slower trades that are not using our new best friend, which is this guy right here, this fun thing. So we'll give this one a shot. And plus, we don't have any data that's going to be coming out, so this is definitely a slower trade. Will it work out and make us money? Tune in next. We'll find out. When we do have 500 likes, we will do a poll. We are at right now 263 likes. We get to 500 likes, we will do a poll, and I am actually curious because you folks have actually been nailing it. How do we get that wonderful fun thing? The Ninja Trader hotkeys are coming out. If you're on TopStep X, the hotkeys are out from Cargo Cult here in that channel, gratis. But we're trading on Ninja Trader over here. That one is not out yet. Nice, back in a 150K. Nice, Luna. Yeah, I saw the reset codes coming out. Don't we have news at 7:30? Data 8:30, dude. Canadian data, not US data. We have Canadian data. We do have Fed speak at 9 a.m. And that one, I could expect to see a nice kerfufflage there for sure. Can I set on Trade of 8 max daily loss? I do believe that you can in your account settings there. I can't find hotkeys on TopStep X on their Discord. That's because it's in our Discord. It's not in their Discord. It's one of our members who coded up that. Canadian data, eh? Right? They're in our Discord, and that shouldn't be a reason why you join our Discord, by the way. Michigan sentiment, highly impactful. That is at 10 a.m. That's the big news that I've been waiting for all week, John. And that's the big one. Biggest news of the day, going to be at 10. That is it. So when I say that there's no news, I'm talking about this morning in the pre-market. I'm not talking about after. Curious on folks using TopStep X. I'm getting real bad fills or none at all. I haven't used it enough, but when I did use it, in my limited experience, I didn't have any issues with it myself. So how do you join the Discord? It's right. Oh, this is the link right here. So if my combine is blown at open yesterday, what was your question? Let me see. I don't think there was a question for that. Yeah, if you're having bad fills, like JSTOR says, don't buy or sell market. You can join bid, join ask. That can be helpful as well. Consumer sentiment at 9 a.m. Central. Yeah, so 10 a.m. Eastern, we have the Michigan sentiment that's going to be coming out. Thank God for the fire drill yesterday. Failed a 150K yesterday. That's okay. Yeah, so if anybody was looking for their reset code, yeah, everybody, I mean, I got my fire drill reset code. That's what I love about TopStep is they always look out for their people. Hey, nice, Big G. Very nice. Thanks for sharing that. Limit orders where a PA hits price and doesn't fill. I get it in Alive, but in Sim Combine. Not sure what you mean. The reset code is well received in the DMs. Yeah, so if you didn't sign up for it, it's tied to your account. So if you didn't do the fire drill, if you didn't follow the rules, then you will not be qualified, even if you have the reset code there. Is there a $1,000 limit on 50K XFA if my balance is above 70K? So what happens in the XFA is your balance starts at zero. I don't know about if you got your account up to $70,000. I've never heard of a $1,000 limit that if you have $70,000 in profit. So I haven't heard that myself. How many trades per day do you suggest, and how many points per day should a trader aim for? Good question. You should really be focused more on risk reward per trade and focused on taking really nice setups that have a setup that you can believe in, where, like this setup right here, we are in at 83.5 average. We're risking about, 8 points to the downside here. So we're risking 8 points. And I think that we can get well over 16 points, and I'm looking to add into that. I would probably peel off one up here. So that is going to be at least a 2-to-1 risk reward. So I would be looking at your risk to reward versus a number of trades, a finite number of trades. If the market is hot all day, you shouldn't be limiting yourself. The only limitation should be your mental capital. And if you are saying like, oh, I only take 50 trades a day, then you're going to end up having a really bad time if the market's really, really hot. And the same thing goes that if you're forcing yourself to take trades when the market is cold, well, then you're probably going to be over trading. It's not a good thing. About this one at 10:45. Goolsby is speaking on my calendar at 12:45 Eastern. I don't have him at 10:45 on my end here. So 12:45 Eastern is when I have Mr. Austin Goolsby here. Only 50 sounds boring. Yep. So keep in mind, folks, I do go over the schedule every single morning, and I sometimes feel like there's an echo in this stream because I go over all the news schedule, and then everybody goes, well, wait, you didn't mention this. And it's like, yep, I definitely did. I definitely did talk about that. But wait, you didn't talk about University of Michigan Center. Yep, that's the 16th time that we've mentioned that one. Oh, and we didn't talk about Michelle Bone. Yeah, we did. Yeah. Just go ahead and rewatch the stream. Goodness. Keep in mind, as a trader, you are a sniper, not a machine gun operator. That's true. I mean, and it depends. If you're a hyper scalper, you can be a machine gun operator in a way, but it's not for everybody. Hyper scalping isn't for everybody. Wait a second. You didn't say whether or not I will ever find true love. I know. I forgot to mention that there. Am I on Top Step X? This is Ninja Trader. And if you ever see this screen, this is what Ninja Trader looks like over here. I didn't mention the Canadian data. You're right. So there we go. We're in a second lot here. Again, this second lot is very, 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 very risky here. Extremely, extremely risky. This second lot, because this can be exactly the topping area of the market and where it pulls back. But this is a nice area to add because actually, you know what? We'll just add this on the chart here. Let's do sell limit, and we'll put a limit order up here just below that topping area right there, so we can take off that second lot. And when that second lot goes through, we can potentially move up our stop here to break even. So we'll just be, again, this is that slower markets type of trade here. And hopefully this is slow enough for everybody who has not enjoyed the momentum style of trading there. Do I mess with MACD? Not a big fan. It's something that I used to use way back in my journey, but I'm not a big MACD person. EMAs are what I still use. I used to use them in the beginning, but EMAs are still kind of what I use, and that's pretty much it as far as indicators go. VWAP, EMAs, and support and resistance areas. Must be a bot in YouTube that asks the same questions every day. I don't think so, no. Ribs, you didn't mention the jobs report from Uganda. Carl, I know, what was I thinking? We've forgotten about the Ugandan jobs there. My apologies. The WASD report is also out today for you grains traders. I don't know anybody in here who trades grains, but it's definitely worth mentioning there. Oh, Ricky. Rips hit warp drive with those hotkeys, got everybody spinning. Yeah, maybe. So we're very close to getting that fill at 98 evens. There is some liquidity resting at 96 quarters. If we get busy here, we will definitely get that fill and take that first lot down. Let's see if, I'm curious if the hotkeys actually work with a non-hotkey order. Let's figure this out real quick here. See if we get this fill at 98. There There's our fill at 98. Let's move our stop to break even. I'm just going to try this. I don't know if this is going to work. This might close my position, but hey, there. Perfect. Awesome. So I actually did use the hotkeys on this trade now. So we have realized $283 worth of P&L on this trade so far. And we set this up. We were looking at the inefficiency holding. And we had some doubters in the chat. Richard Harris did not like the trade. He said he did not believe in the long. Richard Harris, we shame you. I'm kidding. Played some stupid games this morning, rewarded with stupid prizes. Just got even on that trade. Nice work there, Maverick. There you go. So you can slow it down. You can trade it slow. You're on the wrong chart. You're looking at gold. We're looking at NASDAQ. Easy mistake. What's my TP again? Well, on this one, I'm looking to let this thing run. I'm looking for now that we've gotten all the liquidity that we need, and now we're looking for a breakout of this area up top here. We're looking for a clean breakout. If I was holding another contract, my next TP would be up here at about 305 if I had 3 contracts on, but we only had 2, so we covered 1. We made $283, the worst that we can do. In fact, I will move my stop up 1 there. So the worst that we can do now is stop making an extra, I don't know, $5 there. So that's the worst we can do on the final contract, which will bring us into about $283 in the profit. Copied 3 times. So good trade to start us off. Nice and slow, not going too fast here or anything. Has anyone had combines and tops of X that went under the blowing up limit but remained active? Just traded 2 of those and got them up. They might close you out of those. I'm not so sure if that will actually hold or not. Which time frame in EMA to use? 15-minute time frame is my most used time frame for active trading. The EMAs that I use are the 9, the 20, the 50, and the 200. And I like having that band of 4. I've always used that band of 4. I in the very beginning, I alternated. I always forget the number. It was like a 9 by 13 cross that I used to use all the time. And it was okay, but then I stopped using it. So the 9, the 20, the 50, and the 200 is what I use. Rips, do you like trading slower trades? I know your bread and butter is momentum, but before you mentioned, do you hold longer plays? I mean, I'm here to help people in their trading journeys. That's my primary focus of doing this channel, doing this stream. I'm here to help people. So if there's a demand, I mean, we used to trade options a year ago and there was a bigger demand to trade futures. So we moved over to futures. I mean, I've been a trader for 10 years. I've traded a bunch of different asset classes. I've traded options. I've traded futures. I've traded equities, crypto. I've traded a lot of different things. And I like to be an educator first and foremost. So if there's people that are demanding that we're doing slower trades, we're going to trade slower trades. It doesn't really matter what I want to do. I couldn't care less, to be honest. I can trade any which way. Are you excited to see Steam Barger on Tops of TV? I didn't know they were going on. Bounce at 278 was beautiful. Yeah, I mean, again, we're lining it up here, right? We're just looking at, this is the inefficiency, and it lines up perfectly because we have the 50% of the inefficiency, and then this right here was the initial best entry, and then the follow-up was this one, and that's where we got long because we rejected, again, that area right there. We found willingful buyers that wanted to get into that position there, and it just made sense. So again, if I was having multiple lots here, I'd be looking to peel off one, say at 305-ish, because there should be a draw of liquidity up there, but I only have one more lot on. I could start to trail my stop, but I just don't want to have it caught too tight, so I'm just going to wait. Rip, say give you this trade commentary, help confirm my thoughts on a long, made back my losses. Hey, there you go. Nice job. Nice work there, Ivan, as well. Oh, little flushacito there. It is Canadian data. Change in employment. So this is in employment, not unemployment. They had a big rise in employment, 70,000 higher. Wow, we almost got tagged down on our stop there, but let's see if we can have a little bounce back. I'm actually shocked that Canadian data did move the market as much as it did, but it was a big outlier print. So 90,000 versus 20,000. Unemployment rate is at 6.1%. So unemployment dropping and employment going up. Generally not really great for the markets. If that was a US print, it would have hammered the markets. And that's kind of what we're seeing right now. Rose, when you have a moment, can you give us some market Clubhouse levels above the 319.50? There we go. We got stopped out. So like I said, we were going to realize just over $280 on that trade there. So that puts us up. Where's the thing? $858 copied 3 times on 3 top sip combines there. Did I not do the levels there? Let me see here. I don't know why those didn't update. I must have posted the other ones. But yeah, I'll get you those levels there, Matthew. If you have to ask, you know. See, Luda, that is a very, very good piece of commentary, by the way. Somebody asked here in the Discord, they said, made 5 days straight for 200 or more. Should I lock it out or continue? What you should do is, I would be, if you've never taken a payout ever, take a payout. I don't care if it's going to get your balance and your stop limit closer to blowing the account. You should definitely be taking a payout. Never taking a payout. Take a payout. Literally take a payout. I don't care if it's a $20 payout, $100 payout, whatever. You need to make it real. You need to get paid for your time, because when you take that payout as well, they're going to refund the last month that you paid for whatever that combine was. If it's a $4.50 combine, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, you should be taking a payout. Start another combine. Once you get that one passed, go back to this one. Now you have 2 XFAs. It should be that type of rotation, right? It should be that type of rotation where you're not really doing this all for nothing. I've seen way too many people who get hungry eyes. They say, I have a great start to my account. I've seen people take an account from $8,000, $10,000 to zero, straight up. And if you're up at $8,000 or $10,000, that's $4,000 or $5,000 in a payout that you can be taking. And then you take it from 10,000 to zero and you run it to nothing, right? Okay, I will do it. I have 2 other XFAs waiting in the wings too. There you go. Boom. There you go. Yeah. And then so what you do, the thing is, when you take a payout, it's going to move your trailing stop on that payout account to zero. So you're only going to have about $500 worth of room there, but it's fine. If you have other XFAs, trade those up and then use that one as like, trade micros on it or whatever, Don't just throw it away or anything. Don't just like push the envelope on it. But here you go. We bounce back up at the top of that inefficiency here. The next trade that I'd be waiting for would be a pullback into that 278 level. I do want to see what our friend Michelle Bowman's going to say here at 9 a.m. And I do want to hear that. How do you deal with days when you wait all day for a trade setup and lose on that trade? It's going to happen. Losing is part of a trade. So what we're doing here is it's called putting on risk. We're not putting on a guarantee. And when you're putting on risk, you have to understand that, like the trade that we just put on, right? We were in right here. We took a little heat here. We looked really good here, and then it started to pull back and we were taking some heat. There's a lot of folks that are newer traders that say, well, I should have taken the profit here. Now it's coming back down. I want to minimize my loss, so I'm going to take out the trade right here. And then you missed the whole move to the upside here. We even added into that, right? And then we had our stop. So basically the ad was all for nothing. Not a big deal though. We had an opportunity for it to be for something. But the point is this: if you are setting up your risk parameters when you put on the trade like we did here, we know that we're willing to trade it down to wherever our stop was. We're willing to take 8 points of heat. 8 points is going to be a $160 loss. If we take that $160 loss, it sweeps us out and it goes straight back up. Thank you for sharing that, A-Trades. Nice work, locking it up. Boom, love to see that. So here's the deal. If you take out your trade right there and you miss, because you're scared and you're saying, oh, well, it went up here. And, the point is that you should be setting up your risk parameters exactly how they are. Make it make sense. The risk reward on that trade was risking 160 to make a little bit more. We got close to about 1.75 to 1, which is a great risk reward. It means you only have to win about 35% of your trades to be profitable. And so when you're looking at that risk reward, you just leave your trade on versus, messing with it or whatever. If that trade is the only trade that you see in the day and you've been waiting for it all day and you lose on that trade, welcome to trading. That's what it is. We're putting on risk here. We're not putting on a guarantee. If we're putting on a guarantee, we'd all be worth trillions of dollars here. That's not what we're doing. We're putting on risk. And the sooner that you realize that fact of, I'm doing something here where one of the probabilities is, one of the things that you have to leave the door open for is that I will lose this trade. And that's one thing that traders struggle with. I used to struggle with this quite a bit early on in the career, where you put on a trade and all you're thinking about is how much money am I going to make? And then your mind is like completely shocked when you're sitting there and you're saying, wait, how am I losing this? And then now it's like, well, I can't lose this because I said that I'm going to make money on this trade. And now you're battling with this. Wait, by the way, sorry, the chart was locked. Now you're battling with this whole idea that you're a failure. And it's like, no, you're not. This is just trading. You're putting on risk. And I tell you, there's a psychology aspect of this where most newer traders are battling with this, where they're looking at trades and they're saying, I'm going to win this trade. I'm going to make X amount of dollars. That is what gets you into trouble because you feel like a failure because you didn't make X amount of dollars. Instead, you reframe your perspective and you say, I'm either going to make X amount of dollars, or if the trade idea doesn't work, I'm going to lose X amount of dollars. And if you open up that door on a psychological level, you're now negating this whole idea that says, I'm going to make X. Well, if you can reframe it even better, you're going to kind of look at it as saying, I'm going to lose $160 on this trade that I'm about to put on. I'm going to lose $160. If you reframe it with that, you're not like projecting a negative mindset and you're saying, I'm going to lose $160 on this trade. Anything outside of that is a bonus. If you can actually trick yourself to having that type of mentality, you'll do a lot better. And don't put it to the point where it's like, you're sitting there and you're saying, I'm only going to lose. I want to put on losing trades. And then you're just digging yourself in a hole. No, but you're reframing your mindset and you're saying, I am expecting to take risk on these trades. And if the outcome of me putting on risk is a loss, that's par for the course. You've accepted that. You've come into terms with the acceptance of your loss. Let's see here. Dolby. Oh my goodness. Dolby time. What are you doing here? Good morning, Dolby time. Dolby, one of my favorite members of the Top Step TV crew and just an amazing human in general. Hopefully you have some fun plans this weekend, Mr. Nick Dolby, to maybe have some relaxation. You work so hard. You're always trading on Top Step TV. See you putting in the hours there, working behind the scenes as well. Great member of the community. If you don't know Nick Dolby, check out Top Step TV. He's an awesome member of the community. Are you going to be on Power Hour today, Dolby? Curious. Love this explanation, Rips. I start thinking about points instead of P&L, and I start focusing on good setups. Yes, it's very true, Stevie. That should be the focus 100% of the time. It should be that 100% of the time where, it does also help to focus on points of risk versus, and this, I know this so well because I was a victim of this in my own trading. I know this so well because this is what I think held me back for a very long time. You have to remember, my first foray into day trading was huge profits right out of the gates. I mean, the first week I hit a banger trade and I thought it was the easiest thing. And by the way, when you first start trading, you don't know of all the things that you should be worried about. So you're very fearless in your trading and you're just like, let's do it. So for instance, like you're going to hold trades for longer. You're not going to be panicking because you're seeing green. You're like, I want to make more. Versus like the seasoned trader or somebody who's seasoned in the sense like in their first 2 years, they're sitting there like, oh, finally some green. I got to take this off. You're fearless when you first start. But I had a foray into trading my very first week, huge profitable trade. And that kind of screwed me up because I'm sitting there thinking, this is what it is. It's just you're profitable. You're profitable. You're profitable. You see green, it's going to go up more. You're profitable. But that's just not the case, right? As we all know, folks that have been doing this for long enough, trading is probably the most difficult thing that you're ever going to approach in your life. It's an extremely difficult venture. Let's go over to the chart here just so we can watch. We are breaking below this. So now the next target is somewhere in this bullish order block or the interaction here down here at the VWAP and our Clubhouse level. Again, we're doing slower trades today. I'm not going to be trying to jump in and short this with momentum. We're going to do slower, more calm, controlled trades. To be honest, I'm actually surprised to see this reaction off of the Canadian data, and that's all we're doing right now is reacting off this Canadian data. I don't see anything else that's moving the market. I just want to double check here while I'm yapping away. But I mean, this is just a drop on that Canadian data so far, and I guess we're punishing any of these late longs that tried to take the same trade that we did that didn't stop out yet. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Newer traders, they are fearless. They have a lot of ignorance, and it's not by design. It's just the way that it works. It's just, you don't know what you don't know. In trading and as well in life, in business, unknown unknowns are some of the scariest things because you don't know they exist until they become known unknowns. You see what I'm saying? I forget who said that. It's Rumsfeld, is Donald Rumsfeld, and there's known knowns, there's unknown knowns, and then there's unknown unknowns. Unknown unknowns are what gets you in a lot of trouble. For instance, one of my unknown unknowns in trading was in the options market. The options market deals with market orders very different than how the equity market deals with market orders. In fact, market makers can sit on your market orders in the options market for a minute or longer. And I've had that happen before. And that's not that your platform's lagging. It's just the way that they handle market orders. And a lot of people don't even know that. So you should be using marketable limit orders in the options market. Otherwise, the market makers will just say, what price do we want to give you? Hold on, give it a second. Let's get to our favorable price here. All right, we'll fill you now. It's ridiculous. Anyway, there's unknown unknowns that can actually really screw you up in trading. And one of the things that is an unknown unknown that kind of screws you up, but it's kind of a good thing in trading, is that you don't know what to fear, right? When you're very first starting in your trading journey, you don't know what to fear. Those unknown unknowns can curse you because, you do things that you would never do once you're a seasoned trader. And maybe you realize profit from doing those things or tremendous losses. In my case, first starting out was tremendous profits, but then shortly thereafter, it was blowing all of those profits and then subsequently blowing the rest of the money in that account. And this is a real money account. I wasn't trading on prop firms until about 6-8 months ago. And so when I first started hitting those big profits and hitting those big losses, it still got me conditioned to think that, okay, well, I just did something wrong here. I'm going to be now focused on going back to what I was doing in that first week. I just need to try harder and push harder. But again, it goes back to what we were originally talking about, is that you're facing the market with this ideology of, I'm going to make X amount of dollars. I'm going to make X amount of profit. And that's just not true. That's just not how it works. We're putting on risk, and we need to be looking at it and saying, I'm risking X, right? That should be the first thought that goes through your mind, because most people put on a trade, and then newer traders specifically, and you ask them, how much are you risking on this trade? And they kind of just look at you deer in the headlights. And it's like, wait, what do you mean? How much am I risking on this trade? I'm going to make $2,000 on this trade. It's like, no, but how much are you risking to the downside? And they're like, well, it's not going to go down any lower from here. We're going to make money on this trade. Obviously, it's just not the case. It's not how it works. You need to reverse your thinking from that style to say, I'm risking $1,000 on this trade to make $2,000, right? 2-to-1 risk reward, reward to risk rather. But I'm risking this to potentially make that. And then you have to question yourself the very next thing. I'm risking $1,000. Are you okay if you lose $1,000? And if the question becomes, well, I'm not going to lose this. This is going to be a winning trade. Boom. Now you know you have a problem. You have a huge issue right then and there, right? I'm risking $1,000, but I'm going to win this trade. Well, ask yourself that next question. Are you okay with losing $1,000? Is that going to ruin your day? Is that going to ruin your week, your month, your year, whatever? Are you okay with losing $1,000? Well, if the answer is no, you're over risking. You're risking way too much, right? You know right out of the gates, you're risking too much. So then you have to readjust your risk parameters. Okay, I'm willing to lose $200 on this trade idea. Great. Now we're framing things correctly, right? We're not looking at this like, I'm going to make $10,000 on this trade. We're saying, I'm willing to lose $200. I'm willing to lose $200. Great. What's your upside for that trade? Well, I could probably make $80. Whoa. Nope. That's not good risk reward. That's not a good trade. Let's wait for a better setup. Okay. I'm willing to lose $200 on this trade, and the potential upside for this trade is going to be $600, maybe $200, $300, $400. Okay, now we're talking that's a better risk reward. That's a good trade to be putting on. But you see how we're reversing our thinking. We're looking at how much are we going to lose on this trade first, and then are we okay with losing that much money on that trade? For instance, the trade that we had on this morning, the trade that we all set up together here on stream. Well, I was okay with losing $160. Why? Because the upside was we made about $300 on that trade. It's not exactly 2-to-1, but it was a good enough risk reward where it felt like it was a decent trade. And then there was even a spot where we're going to adjust that risk reward as we're adding into that higher. But on that lot where we're adding in higher, we're moving our stop to break even. So that final lot that we're adding doesn't affect the risk reward to the downside. We're only risking exactly what our ad was. So if that ad plays out, we're increasing our reward, but we're not increasing our risk. And this is what you should be looking for in trading. This is kind of the golden hot ticket to trading. Find a way where you can increase your upside potential without increasing your downside potential. And this is why adding into winners is so important. If you're just blindly adding into winners and you're not moving your stop and you're adjusting your risk parameters to the downside, well, then you're going to have an issue. So hopefully this is all making sense to you folks out there. But this is the kind of stuff where I wish that I had somebody telling me this in my first couple of years of trading, because if I didn't have any of this, I had tremendous losses due to that. So I wish I had somebody that was explaining this stuff to me. And this is the reason why I do these streams here. I prefer to assume that a trade isn't going to work out, because then I'm settled beforehand with the loss. It's taken me some time to be okay with losing. Yeah, and a lot of people just hate losing. That's a thing. People just can't stand losing. I'm going to tell you this right now. There's going to be patches in your career. Look at my trading in the last 2 days. I am back-to-back losing on my trade ideas off the open. I'm comfortable with that idea, and I'm comfortable with sharing it, but it's part of trading. There's going to be ruts that you're going to be in where it's like you think that you are like, that somebody's over your shoulder and watching you, and they're literally taking the opposite of your trade. And it's all the market makers that are doing this. It will feel like this in your trading career at some point. And you're going to have stretches of this where it's like, okay, watch this. I'm going to press buy right here, and then immediately the market's going to flush. You press buy, the market immediately flushes. Okay, I'm going to sell up here. I'm going to sell right here. This looks like a topping area, and boom, it goes straight up. You're going to run into patches in your career, and it's going to come in clusters. Trading comes in clusters more often than not. I've noticed that throughout the last 10 years of trading. You're going to have long green streaks. You're going to have long red streaks. And then you're going to have these peppered areas where it's like shotgun blasts of like 3 days green, 2 days red, 3 days green, or whatever the case. And then sometimes you're going to have like days where it's just like you are reading the market perfectly. There's nothing that can stop you. Maybe you have a losing day, but you're right back in the pocket. That is exactly what trading is, folks. And if you aren't comfortable with getting into the losses, into the idea that you're going to be a losing trader at some point, then you're going to be gratefully disappointed. Like it's just going to be, it's going to be awful. And that was one of the things that plagued me very much early on when I was trading, is that I was from the mindset of that I'm going to beat this. I'm going to hammer this as hard as I can. Losses are for weak people. I'm never going to lose. And by golly, all I did was lose by having that mindset. So if you're not comfortable with losing, if you're not comfortable with saying the risk that I'm putting on this trade is X, and then when it actually stops you out, all of a sudden you get angry and upset about it, you should feel comfortable when your stop loss gets hit. Yes, it sucks to lose. Yes, it's awful to lose, but that's part of trading. It's part of everything that is it's the crux of trading, right? Losing is that. It's just that. So think about the next time you're putting on a trade. Think about how much am I risking on this trade? And if I did lose that amount, because there's a percentage on the fact that you will lose the trade, am I okay with losing that trade there? I've passed 4 combines this week, but have yet to take a payout. It's mental. I think I'm once I'm in the XFA. So what I would recommend to you, Alchemist, is just spread your risk, right? You have 4 combines, so that means you have 4 XFAs. Trade on 1 XFA at a time. And the thing is that on that first XFA, if you're trading really, really well, get it to a point where you stop trading really, really well. And then you can rotate either to a combine or an alternate XFA, continue trading. And if you're not in the pocket, lock everything out and just kind of repeat that process over and over. It's going to be slow. It's going to be a little bit slower than you'd probably like. But this is how you get through that kind of fear of trading on the real money stage, right? Just rotate, spread out that risk. Now, what you don't want to be doing is this. You start on an XFA and you have 4 of them and you don't do really, really well. And then you say, okay, I was just reading the market wrong. You lock one of them and then you go on to your next one. And then you start rushing into another trade and you say, okay, I'm going to get better on this one. And then you lose on that one and you lock that one. Go to the next one. No. Identify when you're not reading the market correctly and then just stop yourself. Like yesterday, stop myself. I traded 1 XFA, stopped myself, and that was it. I lost on the XFA. Wasn't pretty. Didn't enjoy losing, but I stopped myself. Didn't hit max loss. I like when I can stop myself before I'm hitting max loss. I took about a $2,400 loss yesterday on one of my XFAs, and that's okay. I lived to trade another day. I was out of the pocket. I wasn't reading the market correctly, but that's trading. I'm stopping myself off. I'm recognizing that I'm not reading the market correctly. And then I know Friday's a new day. If I'm not reading the market correctly again today, well, I got the whole weekend to think about it. I can journal it. I can come up with a better plan of action from a psychological level, and I can approach it on Monday. There's always going to be another day to trade. And if you're pushing yourself when you're not feeling well, when you're not feeling in the pocket, when you are not reading the market well, you're going to ruin the opportunity of your future of when you could have a really nice setup. And that's one of the things that we don't think about as traders. We tend to get real tight tunnel vision when we're locked into the market, and especially when we're losing, because as humans, we want to fix things, right? Unless you're a little bit kooky in your head, humans don't like to leave things messed up, right? So to speak. You don't go and just break a bunch of stuff and just leave it and say, I'm all done. That's not natural, right? We want to fix things. We want to repair things as humans naturally. So when you have a loss, the first thing that we naturally tend to think is that I need to fix this. I need to fix this. Instead of thinking that way, trading, and this is why 90% of the people lose because it's natural human condition, we need to reframe that thought process and says, okay, I just broke a bunch of things here. I'm down $200-300 in my XFA. No, I don't need to fix this. I need to take a break and see if I can assess the market well. Now I have two choices here. I can continue trading my XFA. Well, multiple choices, but let's just go with a couple here. I can continue trading my XFA, or I can stop trading right here, right now, try it in a combine or a practice account, see if I'm back in the market, and then go back into my XFA if I am. If I'm not, then I'm just done for the day. And my future self is going to thank me because I still have equity to trade in my real money account, right? Always think about how you can be taking care of your future self, because that's all this is. Not only are we trading futures, we're trading for the future, right? And your future self should be in a good relationship with your current self, because your future self wants to look back and say, hey, thanks, current self. High fives. We did it. You looked out for me, buddy. I really appreciate you doing that, because now I get to trade here because you didn't go off the rails and go on tilt and blow that account. I got that account right here, right now. And look at the market setting up great, and we can all take it together. That's awesome. I'm stoked. Good job, buddy. That's the relationship you want to be in with your future self. I usually make money 300 to 500 from 8 to 10, then give it all back after that. And sometimes I even hit max loss. I want to lock out, but I don't want to miss those moves. So one of the great things about journaling software, and it sounds like you might be using some journaling software to identify that. One of the great things about journaling software is it helps you identify where your leaks are. We call these leaks in trading. And if you are making money from 8 to 10, then that's the only time that you should be trading. And if you are so worried about missing out on opportunities, you have to remind yourself that just because the market is open doesn't mean there's an opportunity. Right now, I missed this entire short from up here to down here, right? We missed this short. We had a draw of liquidity back up in this area, and we had a beautiful short. I don't feel an ounce of FOMO because this wasn't in my trade plan. I wasn't looking at this as short side, but I promise you that there's somebody who levered the heck up and took this and just smashed this trade. Now, am I going to worry about that I missed this trade? No, I wasn't planning on it. I wasn't looking for it. I couldn't care less. But the point is that was a ton of alpha there. That was 300 down to 258. We're talking about 40 points of alpha there, right? At least 40 points of alpha. Easy alpha, single direction, straight down. I missed that trade. Market was open. I'm sitting here. I could have traded it. My software is open. I missed the trade. Who cares? The market's always going to be open. There's always going to be movement in the market. In hindsight, you can always trick yourself to say, oh, I missed a move, I missed a move, I missed a move. So if you're making money, and this is for you, this is G lines. If you're making money from 8 to 10 and then you're giving it back because you're tricking yourself and saying, oh, well, I'm missing all these opportunities. Guess what? You're not. There's always going to be opportunities in the market. You can always trick yourself to say that. You need to be focused on where you fit in, right? Your trading style, where you're making money. Who gives a flip if the market's open, if other people are making money doing it? I couldn't care less if somebody made $10 million on this move. I didn't make it. It's not my trade style. It's not what I was looking for. Who cares? Don't trick yourself by saying because the market's open, there's opportunities. That's where you're running yourself wrong right there. Instead, reframe it and say, I'm doing really, really well from 8 to 10. I'm going to lean into that. I'm going to get into that zone. 8 to 10, that's my pocket. And I survive in that pocket. I thrive in that pocket. That's where I get all comfy and just, that's where the good alpha is for me. Remain in that pocket, be in that pocket, live in that pocket. In fact, go look for some property in that pocket, hit up a real estate agent, see if they have a house available in that pocket, and get a down payment going in that pocket between 8 and 10, because that's where you're living, that's where you're surviving, that's where you should be for the rest of your time, for the time being. And then maybe when you get some nice, you get some nice equity built up, maybe you start exploring, okay, maybe we look at some other times. But for the time being, 8 to 10 should be your pocket right there. You always speak. I'm looking for that real estate agent because I found a pocket. Be honest and laugh, guys. Do you think you can resurrect an account with 110 trading just one micro? if you have $110 worth of drawdown, it can be difficult. It can happen though. I have resuscitated accounts that have been really battered down. I have, but it's going to be difficult. The idea should be that I'm probably going to lose this account, so you're not disappointed, but try your best. Trade on micros. Don't get frustrated. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, oh well, no big deal. If my pocket is 8 to 10, why am then not shorting right now? I'm not talking about me. We're talking about G-lines. I'm in a pocket, all right, under an overpass, unfortunately, but a pocket nonetheless. There you go. So yeah, we are coming down here. The trade that I'm looking for would be some type of bid activity in this zone down here. We are continuing to flush. If I was trading momentum this morning, there's a chance that maybe I'd be on this thing, but we're not trading momentum this morning. We're doing a little bit of a slower trade here. Folks, if you are enjoying the stream, once we get to 500 likes, we will do a poll in here. Let's see how many likes we are at. We're very close. There's 2,000 people in here watching currently. There's 454 likes. So if we all collectively just go and smash that like button down there, we can get this up and we can do a poll. If we do get to 1,100 likes, I will do a giveaway. I love doing giveaways in here, and that should be very easy. There we go. We got 500. Yep, Bowman in 3 minutes. Thanks for the reminder there, James. Appreciate that. So Bowman is going to be in 3 minutes here. Let's do a quick poll. Will the NQ end the day above? Let's see. Let's do 18,261 because it's our level here. Or below. All right. Okay, there we go. Whoops. There we go, folks. Go ahead and vote away. We are still coming down. We are encroaching into that bullish order block. But again, I want to see that buried a little bit deeper because, you know, we're not going to miss a trade on this. If we end up bouncing, that's all we get there. And by the way, this setup, you can take first touch of that as long as you're willing to take a risk down to the lower end of that. That is about 20 handles of risk. So you'd want to have 40 handles of upside. So you'd be looking for a reclaim of that 293 there. But we're going to trade this slow. We're going to be looking for, if it doesn't make it all the way down in there, it reverses, then we could look at a long on a rejection there. So that's what we're going to be looking for here. Hey, Rips, I never knew you were following of ICT methods, FVGs, and order blocks. Yeah, so there's a lot of folks who love smart money concepts, SMC, and ICT. And like I said, I like to teach what works for people. I was a student of Wyckoff for quite some time. I think that Wyckoff is brilliant. And there's some shared concepts in there. And it's a lot easier to describe certain areas of the market as a bullish order block or a fair value gap or inefficiency rather than going through and saying, well, we had single prints through here and this and that. And it's just more accessible to people. So yeah, I don't mind at all talking about it, teaching it. And again, if it works for you, it works for you. Great, continue doing it. There's no one right way to trade. There's no one right way to do any of this. Do exactly what works for you there. Rips, I hit my max daily loss limit on my XFA back-to-back days after 10 straight consecutive green days with about 11K in profit after my max loss days. How do you recover mentally from swinging for the fences? Have you taken a payout, Jordan? Because I think it's a good time to be taking a payout. I would be taking a payout and I'd be taking out 50% lickety split. That's what I'd be doing. Hey, Ribs, took a stunning short from the second standard deviation of the VWAP. Took $1,300 out of the market looking for a potential reaction at the daily pivot point. Nice work there, Apex Trades. Congratulations to you. I completely agree about time frames and appreciate your advice. I discovered recently that I give back gains in the afternoon hours. Not sure if it's the 2 p.m. nap time or what, but not doing it. Yep. There is, when I was trading small cap equities, I did that for, 4 or 5 years straight. I was just very deep into small cap equities and had a great run trading them. I used Trading View or Trader View or or Chart Log. There's a couple different journaling softwares I use, and one of my favorite features was I could see where my leaks were on a time basis. So like, my best trades were usually like I want to say like maybe 3 a.m. Eastern time to like I don't know, noon. There's a long pocket, but then like after that, I started to have some leaks in the afternoon. So I stopped trading in these specific hours. I have to go back and look at the data, but I stopped trading during certain hours, and it wasn't me feeling like I need to miss out. It's just data. You're just using the data and saying, okay, well, it's not working between these hours. Hold on, Bowman is speaking. Just trying to hear if she's saying anything here. But yeah, there's something to be said about certain hours of trading. So I would try to find a focus on that, and definitely journal the times when you're taking your losses. If you're not willing to use a piece of software that shows you when your losses are, definitely be journaling that there. Let's see here. Do I trade the Dow? No, I am not a big Dow trader, but Dolby time is a Dow trader. We have the same struggles no matter how long you trade. Yeah, exactly. Like right now, back-to-back losses in my XFAs, right? Back-to-back days of losing trades. So just to pretend and sit here like, oh, you never lose, right? I read the market very poorly, and that's all on me. It's not the market's fault. It's not anybody else's fault. That's my fault. I'm reading the market incorrectly, and I'm taking bad trades on those bad reads. But if you sit there and you have an ego about it and you say, oh, blah, 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 all this crap, you're not going to progress in that. You just have to succumb to the fact that some days you're not going to be reading the market well. That's part of trading. If you have a 100% win rate, I don't know who you are, but I just don't think that happens. You're going to have losing days. If you think that you can get into trading without having losing days, I'm sorry to break it to you, it just doesn't exist. And you're going to have multiple days in a row where you lose. I could lose again today on my XFAs, but I'm fully prepared for it because I'm a trader and I've been here before. You're going to lose. Have I ever used edge wonks? I haven't, but I've heard good things about it, Luna. I've heard very good things about it. Spastrick says, I locked out 8 accounts yesterday early with max profit. Was okay with that. Didn't have FOMO and just watched this group crush it. Took some mental adjustments to get to that point where I don't feel the need to get back in. It is a mental adjustment, but I will tell you this. Let me ask you this, Spastrick. How much better do you feel on the other side of that? Right? Now that you've emerged to the other side where you're actually doing it, how's your mental state now that you've done that? Don't you feel like you're elevated a little bit more? Like you're in this newer relationship with yourself, and all of a sudden it's like you're like, I don't need those demons anymore. That old me that used to do that. For me, it was like this feeling of elevation. Felt like I was leveling up at a personal level when I started to do those things. So better, especially looking at the balances this morning when I log in. There you go. And that's the thing. We get very short-sighted as newer traders, right? As newer traders, we get very short-sighted, and we want to focus on the right here and right now. Amazon Prime me my P&L today, right here, right now. Same day delivery. Let me get $5,000. Let me get $10,000. I want to make $100,000. I want it right now. You forget how much it adds up, this brick by brick mentality. You look on Monday, and then you look on Friday. If you've been stacking bricks since Monday, you look back and go, dang, that was awesome. I mean, it was 2 weeks ago I had a really good week in my XFAs. I made, $25,000, but it was brick by brick by brick by brick. It wasn't like I had a day where I made like $100,000 or something like that, obviously making 25 in a week. But yeah, it wasn't like I had a day where I made, $15,000. It was literally stacking bricks every single day. And you look back on Friday and you go, hey, that's awesome. That feels real good. And you feel better about yourself. And you start to trust yourself more. So listen to what I'm saying, especially if you're, less than 5 years into your journey. Trust me when I say this. You don't want to experience these things yourself. You want to try to get through this part of trading as fast as you can, because the longer that you sit there, the more it's going to eat at you. The harder that process is going to be. You're going to be caught in this loop that's never ending. And it's awful. It's just a terrible place to be in your trading. Hey, Rips, in the economic calendar, we have things with the color red and black. What are they meant to be? Please advise. Let me see. Maybe that's on. Let's see here. Let me see. Trading economics. I don't see that on my end. I'm not really seeing that. Yeah, I don't have that on my end there, so I'm not sure which site you're using. But I'm assuming that if the color's red, it's probably important, right? Probably important. Important question. I made a trade today with my leader account and it was plus 900, but somehow both follower accounts lost 300 to 400. How's this possible? Yeah, send a message to TopStep. I've never seen that before. I mean, I have not traded enough on TopStep X to experience these types of things myself, but send a message to TopStep support and they should take care of you there. And Gia asks, Rips, sometimes market just bounce right back the entry you just got in. How do you handle this? Sometimes I think I see profit, take profit. Again, it goes back to you want to set up a trade and look at both sides of it, looking at what your risk is first. If you're consistently putting on trades and it's always bouncing back at your entry, then you have to work on your trade location. You obviously are having some type of issue with your trade location, and it could be something as uncomfortable where when the market is going barreling down and you're looking for a long entry, that's one of the hardest things to do because the market's looking very, very weak. But if you have a certain area of interest or liquidity, supply and demand, ICT concept, smart money concept, fibs, any type of setup. One of the hardest things that can be is that when it's coming down and let's say you're taking along, the market's barreling to the downside. Well, one of the hardest things can be, it's like right now, the market was just barreling to the downside and the best entry long would have been right down here, right? So the market's barreling to the downside and, you want to take a trade, that's going to be your best trade location is right there for a long. Let's say it's a scalp and you're only going to here, but still, that's a trade from basically 50 to 60. It's a 10-point trade. But when it's coming down, this location in the newer trader's mind, it hurts. It's like, I don't want to put that on because I'm just going to lose. So it could be your trade location. So perhaps maybe you're putting on a long here, it's coming down there, it's stopping you out, and then it comes back up. It can be very, very difficult, but maybe you don't have a big enough risk parameter. Maybe your stop isn't wide enough. There's a lot to assess. I don't know what the personal trade was that you're looking at, but this is why we journal. We look at, is there a consistent pattern that we're repeating in our trades? Are we seeing that we're always entering a little bit too late, or we're chasing a move, or our stop is too tight? If your stop is too tight, you can be adjusting your risk parameters to lengthen your stop. If you're lengthening your stop and now it's too much equity, you could go into the micros now. Trading in the micros, you can always lower the amount of dollar risk that you're putting into the market. So there's definitely an adjustment, and it's probably your trade location. So working on your trade location would probably be paramount to your success. And that was for, who was that for? I'm sorry if I'm not, that was for Tilted One. That was for you. Let's see here. Can you help me with moving stop losses? I'm in at 248. Let's see, 248. That's a great entry. Usually I want to let things explore the market a little bit more, because when we're in a lower liquidity environment like this, let's go down to the 1 minute, you can definitely have stops getting run. So for instance, let's just say that, you wanted to move your stop, somewhere to this level here, which seems like a very decent place to have a stop. What can happen is it can come down and it can run your stop and then come right back up. So really you just want to be looking for areas of the structure on a higher time frame. So for instance, let's go to the 15 minute. We haven't closed this 15-minute bar. It still has 7 minutes left on it. Let's go to the 5 minute just to see. You could potentially be looking at waiting for this 5 minute bar to close and then putting it at the very bottom of that wick there for your stop. And I know it's only moving at about 9 points, but it's better than chasing your stop up too quickly. And it depends on what is your trade idea. If your trade idea is a quick scalp and you're looking for a liquidity grab above this level or above the VWAP, then yeah, maybe you're setting your profit target a little bit tighter there and you're just in and out and that's your trade. But if you're looking for a longer term trade, look at what your upside target is. If your upside target is way up high, then you probably want to trail your stop much slower, right? Hey, Rips, do you pay attention to microstructure on Bookmap? After watching you, I picked it up myself and realized I trade super well based on the heat map and microstructure. Yes, I am big on Bookmap. I love using Bookmap. It's one of my favorite tools. And I highly recommend anybody out there, if you're interested in learning how to read tape or read the DOM, the depth of market, DOM, whatever you want to call it. It can be very, very helpful. And it's not for everyone. It's a lot of noise for some people, a lot like how squawks are a lot of noise for some people. But it's a fantastic tool, and I have been using it for years and years and years. I love it. Had that issue. My trade location was 62 for the long off the MC level. I set my stop at 54, got clipped, but I am okay as I missed the move down. I was looking for a bit of a bounce, not an issue. Next trade. There you go. Very, very nice. Been on Top Step X since April, 0 issues. Good to know that there. Hey, Rips, in every industry and medium, there are young geniuses and savants. Why doesn't trading have any? I disagree. There are some. I mean, look at Nvidia. Nvidia was the architect of the flash crash, and he was quite the savant. So I disagree with that. I've had huge problems with stop losses. How I got to know where my stop losses should be. I made a lot of trades with practice, and then I was able to see where my stop loss should be. Very good, Tilted One. Very good. And that's a lot to be said. A lot of people don't want to spend the time in trading in a practice account because it's not for real. And it's like, okay, then continue resetting and losing a bunch of money. There's no rush to success. Wow, SW. Give it up for SW in here. Wow. Congratulations there. You've been killing it this week. dare I say, been in the pocket. Have you been in the pocket self-assessment this week? I feel like you have. You've been killing it this week. You've been in the pocket. I'm going to say it right here, right now. Oh, goodness. And it's all a real auction. Wednesday and Thursday high of day are within a point of each other. People holding inventory from lower would love to get a premium price, but are people willing to pay a premium? Very good assessment there, Lewis. I like that. I'm big on auction theory as well. Nope, not today. I'm benched. What are you talking about? You're up. Hold on. I'll lose it for way too long. If myself, the trade was correct. I mean, I only see green. Maybe I'm colorblind this morning, but I'm only seeing green, SW. I mean, that's great trading. I'm only seeing green. Oh, goodness. Up 3,500. Took along from 252. Nice work there, Mox. Let's go. So, yeah, this goes back into, if you were trading this concept here where you were taking it on first touch of the order block, you'd be getting paid right now. You could be taking that. Let's see, what would be a good risk reward on this trade? Let's say we're taking that first touch. We want to have our stop first. We have our stop just below that. So that stop is going to be 22 points. We want to get a 2-to-1 risk reward here. So we'd be looking at right around there. So that'd be a good trade right there. That's a good trade setup. That is one that I'm sure a couple folks took out there. Hey, Rips, is it okay to ask others if we can get in their pocket? You might get roughed up for asking somebody that, Gabe. Had you done that, where would you add? I probably would just be taking a bundle, right? I'd probably just be taking a bundle here. And I would just be doing a one shot. So probably 3 contracts, because I've been trading 3 contracts lately, taking 3 contracts, and then maybe peeling off 1 there and then the final 2 up there. That's what I'd be looking at there. Rips, how do you set the risk reward on TradingView that you just did, the red green shade? It's called a long position or a short position. It's this toolbar thing. Long position or short position right there. And it's a great tool to use to set up your trades. It's good to always be looking to the right, mapping out your trades. And yeah, it's an awesome tool to be using. What's the promo code for the $19 combine? It is TopStepX. One word, no spaces, TopStepX. Bullish order block is the first candle of the reversal. There's a little bit more to it than that. How would you manage a $25,000 account with 1,600 goal? I mean, 1,600 per day. Like, what would 1,600 total goal? I mean, I would be trading on micros. I don't know what your drawdown is. You got to give me more information about that. Rips, what are 3 attributes of an in-the-pocket trader? Good question. You are focused and not controlled by your emotions. You are executing where you are not strayed by emotional conflict, self-imposed emotional internal conflict. You are reading the market correctly. You are emotionally not swayed by the results of any of your trades. It's a good question. I think that was at least 3 there. There's a lot of different things. 1,500 trailing drawdown. I trade on the micros. Trade on the micros, but is it an interposition trailing drawdown? That affects things too, because then if it's interposition, you can't be holding your trades out for longer. You forgot a silky smooth beard. You're right, Carl. I'm still waiting for some memes from you. Maybe we should do our own hashtag in here so I can at least get a Carl Hungus meme. Your memes are top notch, by the way, I must say. My problem is not staying in a trade to TP and leaving money on the table. Well, I mean, same thing we talked about here. If you put on a trade, you're married to the result. Like right now, this trade is 13 points in the profit. We have a stop. This is not, by the way, full transparency. I have not taken this trade. This is just an example. So this trade right now is about 14 points in the profit. If this trade were to go down and just stop you out, and then even worse, stop you out and then run back up, you just have to be married to your trade idea. You're going to have losing trades, but we're setting up, in this case of this fake trade that we didn't take, we're setting up a risk reward of 2-to-1. Sometimes it's going to go there. Sometimes it's going to go up and then fail. Sometimes, I mean, have you ever seen those hurricane patterns? Have you ever seen hurricane patterns where they map out all the potentialities of where a hurricane can hit, right? It looks something like this, right? There's all these different lines that it can take, and we don't know. We're putting on risk. There's an unknown in this market. We're putting on risk. You have to be married with the idea that you're not a wizard. Some days you're going to be in the pocket and right. Some days you're not. But this is why we put on risk, and this is why we respect where our stop losses are. But if you're not willing to hold it, for instance, let's just say, if you're not willing to hold this trade all the way to where it should be, which is this is exactly 2-to-1, or it was, right? There's exactly 2 to 1. If you're not willing to hold that and put on that risk where you defined your stop down here and your profit targets up here, if you're not willing to do that and you're saying, well, I'm going to take it off here because I saw something on the tape. Look at what just happened to your risk reward. Now you're at a 1.12. So you're willing to risk it all the way down to here, but now you're taking it off right there. Now there's something to be said that if you're reading the market well and you're a scalper and you're able to modify your risk on the fly, there's a different process in that. But I'm talking about traders that have been doing this for less than 5 years. There's obviously more advanced techniques when you're doing ads and repops and shuffles and you're refreshing and you're getting your average lower. That's totally different, right? But when you're trading like this, if all of a sudden you're now taking profit down here because you're getting scared, look at this. You're not even at a 1-to-1 reward to risk ratio. So you were willing to take this much heat, but now you're scared and you got ants in your pants and you're saying, I see some green. I want to take the profit. Well, guess what, pumpkin? You're going to have a terrible risk reward. And do you think that you can beat this? If you can beat an under 1-to-1 reward to risk ratio, you know how high your win rate has to be? And this is why I say, if you have your 2-to-1 up here, you only have to win like 6 trades out of 10 or 5 trades out of 10 or 4 trades out of 10 to be better than break even. And that's why I say be comfortable with losing. Be comfortable with losing because you're going to lose trades. Not all the time is it going to go and extend up here, but you have to be comfortable with losing because unless your risk was like this, you're risking that. Now we can adjust this. Now you can be looking at taking your trade off, right around there. There's a tighter risk reward. Okay, now you're a wizard because you just barely got ticked out, right? Almost got ticked out there. You're a wizard, Harry. So yeah, there you go. There's your 2-to-1. But again, if you're willing to risk, you have to, this is why I always say, setting up your downside risk first is what you want to be focused on. Let's set our downside risk. And then now let's make this 2-to-1. Simple as that. And if you're not willing to let it coast all the way up there and you're scared to take it off, then you're not trading with a good risk to reward ratio. And now you're going to have to up your win rate, and good luck doing that. All right. Good luck doing that. Hopefully this is helpful this morning. This is the Rips version of slow markets. This is the slow markets version of Rips. And again, this has been highly requested in the DMs here. Yeah, where is Dakota? He's sleeping right now. He's probably up $20 million. Sleeping like a baby there. I think I'm going to be on slow markets with Coach Dakota maybe next week or the following week. Okay, but if you set a break even at the level we would be now in this example. And again, it's all about what is your personal risk, right? What is your personal risk? And you can modify your risk. It's perfectly fine as long as it makes sense in the long run. He was a little out of the pocket last night. It's okay. And again, you're not going to have traders who win 100% of the time. You should be refreshed to see if the person that you think could ever lose is actually hitting some losing trades. It's part of trading. It's refreshing. It reminds you that this is a very difficult game. You're not going to have a 100% win rate. You can have a 50% win rate and be a killer in the markets. I know folks out there with 30% win rates, and they're monsters in the market because they don't take a lot of heat. And on the trades that work, they let those suckers run, right? Slower. It was hard to go against him in the trades last night. Did you go against him, Trader Page? National says, isn't slow markets past your bedtime? I stay up for it because that's my trading buddy right there. Dakota's my number one trading buddy. Out of all the DMs that I have, like I said, unanswered DMs, have gone. Now I'm at 30 to 34 unanswered DMs right now. 34. People love to message. It's like, I'm on a stream right now. Come on. Give me a break. Let me live. Make it 35. Stop. But, I DM with Dakota a lot, and we talk about things. We talk over psychology, and, when I'm feeling down, I vent to him, and in the rare occasion, once every 10 years where Dakota is having a bad day, he vents to me, and we talk it through, and it's good to have a trading buddy. We're going to have this weekend. I'm going to set up the Trading Buddies channel in Discord here so everybody can find themselves a trading buddy if they don't already have one. Like when a baseball player's on a home run streak, pressure to perform. Yeah, there is pressure to perform, especially in trading, especially when you don't have any control over what the market's actually doing because, we're not trading with the size that we can actually move the NQ around here. Trader Page says, I made some money in NKD and my XFA, but left a lot of money on the table when I was making stop loss adjustments. Nice. I think I saw you post that, actually. I think I saw your NKD trade. Congrats. Very, very nice. There you go. Letting my win run is one thing I need to work on. I do usually enter my winning trades at a good entry, but never stay for the full run. Q Mendez, one of the things that, and then we talked about this, I think a little bit on, wait, we didn't do the one-on-one yet. It wasn't you. We didn't do the one-on-one yet. But one of the things that I'd love to see you doing is setting up the risk reward. Always do the risk first and then adjust that reward and aim for 1.5 to 1.75. That's where you want to be. Anybody still in this trade, by the way, that caught this off of that bullish order block, the long here? Is anybody still in that trade? Curious if anybody caught the juice there. I know that we had some traders from 248 there. Nice, 253s. Yes, yes, yes. Very nice. Good job. Nice work. Yay. Love to see that. Love to see that. Love to see you folks winning in here. Show your P&L. Okay, all right. We'll show it. There it is. Who was that? Still on it, but in a combine. Don't say but in a combine. Combines turn into XFAs. XFAs turn into payouts. Come on. Come on now. I think I'm going to go get myself another refreshment and hit a quick restroom break. The market's going to be opening here in 9 minutes. If we do get up to, like I said, 1,100 likes, folks, we are going to do a giveaway. I'd love to do a giveaway. I love to give away free stuff. Free Top Step Combines, free months of Clubhouse, whatever floats your boat, we'll do it today. But I'll be right back with you, folks. Do not go anywhere. And we're back. It looks like we tapped into the lower end of that inefficiency. Little tickle into that and kind of rejecting for now. Market does open here. We should see an injection of liquidity in about 90 seconds. So be watching out for that there. Oh my goodness, look at this. Big sexy, my goodness. Have you used trailing stops on NQ? I have. We're working on creating trailing stops into the hotkey toolkit as well, which you can just press a button and all of a sudden your stop becomes trailing there. Can you hear the club? Rips, anything you're watching for the open? I want to be a little bit restful and relaxed since we're doing more slow markets today. And since it is a slow market, go ahead and reach in that cooler. Grab yourself an ice cold Coors Light. It is Blue Mountain time, ladies and gentlemen. Get that nice silver bullet refreshment ready. Oh, I'm already slurring my words, just even the thought of it. Oh my. It actually tastes exactly like the Rockies. I don't know if you've ever licked the Rockies before, but that is exactly what it tastes like. That is delicious. Rips, an old options guide. Do you still watch the ADD and put call ratio? I find that helps along with Delta and futures. Yes, of course. Yes. It is Very important to be watching the options chain. There's your little baby injection of liquidity. I think we're probably going to have a little bit of kerfuffle on the open, and then everybody's going to be waiting for the University of Michigan sentiment. And I do think that that's something that's going to be interesting to see the market reaction on that. Right now, we are still just bullish. We're holding the VWAP tuck there on S&Ps. I'm so excited to drink that I'm shaking. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. I feel bad for those folks. Thankfully, that has never been one of the things that's ever taken a hold of me, thankfully. Let's see here. I want to go back and get all these messages here. Make sure, folks, you are dropping that like so we can do a giveaway. We're at 812 right now. We just need 300 more likes. We got 1,500 people in here watching. What flavor this morning? It's Silver Bullet. Be funny if Coors reached out for a sponsorship deal before Celsius. Ribs, whom would you like to meet in the trading world? I don't know. I'd like to meet all of you in Las Vegas, whenever that's going to be. That would be fun. I would love to meet every single one of you out there in Las Vegas. Are quant traders better than discretionary? I mean, that's a kind of an interesting question. I mean, depends on which firm they're working for, I suppose. But I mean, most the big firms are using quants versus discretionary traders. So there you go. Tuckman is great. Maybe he'll be in Las Vegas there. I want to meet everyone in Market Clubhouse in Vegas as well. Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. If I could go back in time, I'd love to chat with Livermore. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. If you read The Trading Game by Gary Stevenson, I'm thinking, I don't know if I have actually. The energy between Rips and Tuckman would be off the chart. It would be insane, right? Hey, welcome there, Christopher Branzal. Welcome, welcome. New book. Okay, so I guess I haven't read that. I'll check that out. The Trading Game. It sounds like there was I'm getting it conflated with another title. There was like another title that I'm thinking of. I can't remember right now. Yeah, we are almost out to 16,000 subs. I appreciate everybody's support very, very much. It's going to be nice. We're going to take it nice and easy here off the open for the most part. Try our best to keep it nice and calm and cool here. See if we can snap off. Maybe we'll do a couple of scalps. I don't know. Maybe. It's my favorite flavor of Rips. Or sorry, Celsius. Grape is delicious. Big fan of grape. Cosmic vibe, not too bad. Rips, I'm sorry for asking, as I'm sure you've said it, but what are the dotted red lines in the chart? Oh, no, nobody's asked. That's a good question. Just points of liquidity, areas of liquidity that we've been tracking and watching. They're not Clubhouse levels, but it's just a way for me to identify, like this one over here was this topping level right here. This one we were just kind of framing out where we'd like to have a trade there. Thank you for pointing that out. And this one is this topping area that we've had for quite some time. It ends up being the midpoint of the bullish order block. So what I'd really like to see, what I'd love to see is a boot scoot and boogie down to here and then solidification of bids. And then we jam it to the top side. That's what I'd like to see. Is it going to happen? Probably not. Market rarely ever does what you want it to, right? Does Nvidia have the most impact on NQ? The third most important impact. Number one is Microsoft. Number two is Apple. Number three is Nvidia. All right. We are 50 seconds. 50 seconds from the market opening here. Dustin. Who on the top subgroup with the face of Milwaukee? I could do it. I'll be the guy. I'll be the one. All righty. Let's see if we can catch any alpha here off the open. Going over to Ninja Trader here. Gonna hide the P&L in case we put on a trade. And see what we can find here. If we are gonna break out of this level to the top side, or if we are going to continue to reject and make a lower high here and kerfuffle around. Remember, 10 a.m. is the big news today. It's 30 minutes after the open, so we might see a little burst of volume and liquidity and orders going off, and then the market kind of saying, all right, we're all done here. So Keep an eye out for that, folks. The market is open. Here we go. It is party time. We are rejecting right now off that inefficiency to start the market off. Apple is coming down. Nvidia is coming down. Mag 7 rolling over just a touch here. Let's watch and see how this shakes out. I am watching the S&P to see whether or not we're holding above 5250. So nice rejection into that midpoint of the inefficiency so far. Still no trades here off the open. Do you have each of the Mag 7 charts pulled up on your other monitor? Yes, I do. I can show you that in a minute what that looks like here. So looking for a roll over into this bullish order block and looking for longs off of maybe 241 if it gets down there. Would like to see the bounce right here, right now on the S&Ps. We have room down to 5250. So I'd love to see this right here, right now. Markets are still rolling over. Nvidia's a nice little bounce. Amazon's rolling over. Microsoft's kind of bouncing. Google, a little bit of a bounce as well. This is what I was expecting. Hopefully caught a nice trade there to the downside. Richard, would love to see that. And seeing if we're bouncing right here. We are seeing some bottoming wicks in Amazon. We are seeing S&Ps sort of holding these lows here. But it doesn't mean that we can't keep pushing down. So we're just waiting. We're bouncing right here at the Clubhouse level 61. Also the VWAP of the NQ here, a little bit of a bounce there from the S&Ps. Just kind of shaking around the point of control here. A lot of liquidity. I'm going to try a long here since we had a lot of liquidity being taken down there just around our Clubhouse level 61. If we do burst out of this area, it could be very, very strong here. So I'm seeing if we can hold this midpoint inefficiency push, adding a little bit more into that here. I want to see us breaking out of 293 now to the top side. That's what I'd really like to see. Remember, the market doesn't give us what we want. It gives us what it's going to give us. So pushing up here. See if we can get this rocket ship fueled. Watching up here at 293 now. And this is kind of the area where we might see a rejection point. So we want to be a little bit careful up here. Watching. Nice squeeze up. Very, very nice. I'm going to try to fill one contract there at 93. As we cleared out of those 93s. Ooh, difficult to say when rate cuts will be possible. That is the latest coming out. We did get filled there at 93. And try one more out right there. Move our stop to break even on the remainder. But there's our opening trade. A little bit of momentum there. Looking for this push up. Continuing push here. And if we do explode above 293, we do have room to blow out to 319 if we can find the juice. But we are kind of running out of steam up here. A pullback from Nvidia is not looking too kind to us at this juncture. I'm actually going to move my stop 50% of the way up here if we can clear out 93. So just watching here, there's my stop moving up, stopped out there. So that's going to get us up on the day so far, $2,500 there. And let's see if we can trade this out. So stop was just a little bit too tight on that pullback there. We are getting the boot, scoot, and boogie here to the top side. A little bit too tight on the stop, but that's okay. Watching now for a 300 blowout. Might want to pump the brakes here a little bit and see how this all kind of reacts. So let's see. But it was a good read back into that potential, that order block area. So now we're looking for this blowout of 300s and the potential scalp up to 319 halves here. This is that top. Yeah, we just missed it. As I was talking about it, we absolutely just missed that move to the top side there. So there's that blow off top there. New highs on that. Watching to see whether or not we have a nice pullback here to about 305 as the level we're watching. Nvidia is coming back on those highs. Going back into this, looking for 319s to the north side here. And seeing if we can have this push above into those 319s. They are kind of skittery up here. There we go. I'm going to take off one contract right there and one more right there. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So just getting that momentum back up to those 319 quarters. That's going to put us up on the day now, $3,000. So good covers there on that print. You can see right there, we are at the tippy top of that range, and that's what I was looking for. Nice pullback right there. Sorry if these trades are fast, but you know, this is my trading style. This is my bread and butter. We did do some slow market trades, but I just can't ignore a boot, scoot, and rally like that. 319 halves, beautiful, beautiful tickle right into the level there. So apologies for not being super slow on these trades, but I want to make a little bit of cash. So here is what we're looking at so far today on the P&L landscape right here. So we are up just about $2,200 here in our Express Funded, which is a nice recovery. It does make back basically what I lost yesterday in one of my accounts. So that's what we're looking at so far here. We'll see if we can keep the YouTube stream going here. I'd love to get some likes here on the video. What are we at right now? If we get up to, let's say, 1,000 likes here in the next 5 or 10 minutes, then we'll keep the party bus rolling all the way until that 10 a.m. announcement. And if we don't want to continue the stream here, we can just cut it off early and we'll just continue trading off in the Discord here. So we are pushing back up here. A little test of those 319 halves to the top side could be the wiggle. Yeah, I'm curious if anybody was still holding from that bullish order block trade. That was really, really nice move. Yeah, let me post those here. I don't know why. I'll get those posted in a second. I don't know why those were not posted correctly, but yeah, we are pushing up again here. 319 halves, looking for 338 quarters potentially to trade out here. So coming up again, Nvidia is really leading the power to the top side here, but I do think that we might start to top out around 9:15. Not the time, but the value 9:15 there in the old Nvidia trade. I was asked earlier, but I think you missed it. Do you filter any lot size in your Bookmap settings? So I like to read each single print because it's the heartbeat of the market. I've found that filtering anything even above 1, at least from my read and how I see the market, I'm missing too much information, especially on the NQ where you have many single prints. I look at it as the drumbeat of the market, the heartbeat of the market, and I want to be hyper focused on that there. So hopefully that answers your question there. All right, where are we at on likes? We're at 941, folks. We're very, very close, and we're very close to the giveaways as well there. Hey, that's me. Thanks. Beautiful trade. Thanks for the extra conviction. Nice work there, Kaiorosha. Nice work there. Fantastic levels, Ribs. Yes, was following that trade and made profit. There you go. If you folks made profit this morning, I know it was a faster trade, and I do apologize for my slower traders out there, but if you did catch any of that alpha there off the top side, we were very patient in waiting for that first dip and then waiting for confirmation to go long there. If you did catch that, let's get a temperature on the room here. Go ahead and drop a W in the chat here. Let's see. I'm curious. It's definitely it was the recovery that I needed to get my mental recentered. And you can see, I think I traded 2 contracts max there. Wow, look at these doubles. Whoa. Beautiful. I think I traded, what was my max size? I don't think I traded 4. I was 2 or 3, right? Was my max size on that trade. So I was trying to keep it very, very tight. I don't think I went to 4. I don't think I went to 4 on that trade. I think I kept it 3. Yeah, 3. There you go. So the idea is that I'm not going into that trade trying to go hungry eyes and hitting it. And then I went back for a second try at the trade for a quicker scalp. And I think that was when I took a 2-lot position on that one. So yeah. Yeah, again, trying to stay controlled in the environment of coming off of 2 back-to-back losing days in real money accounts. It's difficult, but you just want to recenter yourself. And how do I recenter myself? I trade smaller. And the question was today that I was asking at the top of the stream was, well, am I going to trade all 3 of my accounts, or do I want to cut it down to stay at one trading account? And today, I just said, you know what? I'll go with 3, but I'm going to keep my lot size small. So essentially it's a 9 lot trade because we're spreading risk amongst 3 accounts there. So love to see all the W's there. Yeah, I'll get the Clubhouse levels here in just a second here, Dragon Spec. Sorry about that. That's completely my fault. I'll get those posted here in just a second. But to the upside, we have 365 quarters right up here. So that would be the next level that we're watching there. Hey, nice work there, ID. Way to go. Posting this so people will learn from my stupidity. Good entry and then move my stop loss. Took me out and then went up 30. I don't want to insult myself more this morning. It's okay. And thank you for being transparent and sharing that there. There's a lot to learn from that as well. So what I'm watching here is on Nvidia. If we do not hold this clear out above 910, we could have a harsh rejection. Microsoft and Nvidia are the darlings of the show today. And remember, Microsoft and Nvidia, that's number 1 and number 3 in the weight of the NASDAQ 100. So it can actually move the market quite a bit. So keep that in mind, as you are watching the price movement here. Looking at the poll here, 1,000 of you folks voted. I'm going to end the poll right here, right now. 50% of you said, this is the majority here, 50% of you said that it will end the day above. Right now we are trading 320s. So we are currently correct on we have a great audience in here. We have a great community. We are looking at being correct on this. 26% are hoping we all have a happy Friday, and 22% are saying below. We are 30 likes away, and we'll give it another 4 minutes and 30 seconds. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. If not, we'll just we'll trade that 10 a.m. print together in the Discord. Nice work there, Franco. Let's go. Nice job. That's beautiful. Great trading from you. This happened to me last night. That's it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna have, but we learn from it. There's 25s are trading out now. I'm not going to chase this up here myself. I'm going to be waiting for that University of Michigan sentiment. Wouldn't that be an interesting thing to see that University of Michigan sentiment inflation read come out terrible and then the market craters on that after we've gotten everybody long and strong in this market here? Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be interesting? Pass 1 combine. Nice work. Boca, we traded in our EXA phase today. Thanks for showing up. Seems like the mo for the market. Yeah, right. The MO, the modus operandi is run it up, get everybody comfortably long, and then send it down, and then get everybody comfortably short, and then run it back up. Turtle Soup fair value gap strap paid at the open, spent or 264 to 311. Nice work there, P Trades. Nice job. We are, wow, look at that. We're 1 like away. Oh my goodness gracious. 1 like away. Folks did it. Up a couple hundred, sold my car for 30K. Happy for the day. Nice work there, Peter. There you go. Always good to get something off the books like that. Hey, there we go. We did it, folks. We're up to 1,015 likes. We will continue streaming here on YouTube. Now, if we get, just 70 more likes, we will do a giveaway here. Only 70 more likes, we do a giveaway. Covered yesterday's losses and back into the profits today. Thanks for the stream. Thanks, Mike's House of Mods. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Shagri, done for the day. Let me see here. Yo, there you go. Shagri and I had a one-on-one yesterday. It was great. He's been doing really, really well, making it happen in his Express funded accounts. Love to see that, Shagri. Well done. Great work. Nice. M2 passing 2 combines. Love to see that. Yeah, I might switch back over to combines here. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Recovering the losses from yesterday is, I would like to go into the weekend with that mentality, So that's where my head's at right now. Just kind of thinking that, we recovered the losses. We did good. We did good. Might as well just switch back over to combines there. Just passed 2 50K combines, 1K of AA from passing 100K. Nice work there, Sanjar. Very, very nice. Good job. Rhodes is up 700, 2 XFAs, 2,800 in combine with 1 runner still left. Stop in the money on your combines. Grid, that's the best right there. Stops in the money. You love it. Rips, I have 5 50K accounts and 3 150K combines. Do you think I should add more 50Ks for 19 or just try to continue working with this for now until I pass this and then add more? It depends on your financial situation, right? The $19 deal goes away on Monday, so maybe think about it over the weekend. Monday at midnight, Chicago time is when the deal ends, and I don't think it's going to be back. I have no idea. I don't own the company, but Top Step rarely does those sales. It does always rebill at $19 until you pass it. So again, it's your financial situation. It's basically 5 combines for the price of 2, 10 combines for the price of 4. So, it's your financial situation and whatever you think. Entirely up to you. I couldn't say one way is better than the other. It's always up to, whatever your financial situation is. What does your shirt say? It's it's reversed, but it's the NQ. This is the NQ shirt that apparently is never going to be released, never coming out. It's a one of one. Pay $149 for a single 150K now. Yeah, you can get for that price, you can get essentially 8 50K combines for that same price. I want to get these shirts out, but it's been a nightmare. I could sell these shirts for $50 or $60, but I'm not going to do that. That's stupid. Wouldn't feel right. So I always say this, I want the price to be like $20 shipped. So we're going to a firm called Rips, only has 200K combines. If you ask what your P&L is, you get defunded. Yeah, we could do that for sure. Rips, do people recognize you in public? Once so far. Only once. Only one time so far. Maybe in Vegas. Locked in those 8 first day out. Nice, Dillian. Very nice. I've been bugging him about it. Have a hookup on getting some printed. Yep. I know. I potentially need to hire some more folks for Clubhouse. It's getting a little busy here. Use Bunker branding. I found them to be pretty inexpensive, great quality and service. Bunker branding. I'll check that out here. Bunker branding. Cool. We'll check them out. They got a good rating too. We'll check them out. Thank you, Roads Runner. Appreciate you. Rips, what would be better for similar price? 150K or 5 50Ks? You're going to spread risk on the 50Ks. And now that you can trade micros, I mean, you're not limited on getting stopped out very easily. So I'm from the camp. I think spreading out risk is always best. Unless you're a consistently profitable trader, you always want to be looking out, spreading out risk as much as you can, in my opinion. Just my opinions here. All right, let me get some combines queued up for the newsprint here. I'm not going to trade this on XFAs. Like I said, it's all just a mental thing. This has nothing to do with price action. This has to do with knowing myself. It's Friday. I recovered my losses from yesterday. I lost $2,300 in funded money yesterday, real money. Today, I'm up, whatever it is. What am I actually up on Express Funded today? I am up $2,200. Right, so it's a scratch day between the 2 days. Mentally, that's where I want to be, right? Mentally, that's where I want to be. And you can say, Rips, you're ridiculous. You should be trading. It's a mental thing for me. So I'm going to be back on Monday trading XFAs. I'm good with recovering what I lost yesterday. I'm going to take it one day at a time. It's all a mental thing. I could miss out on $50,000 worth of alpha today. This could be the biggest, strongest bullish day that we've seen in 5 years, whatever. It is what it is. This is where I'm at mentally. So I'm going to switch back over to combines now. And that's just how I feel about things. We are 12minutes out from the print here on the University of Michigan sentiment. 10 minutes out here. Let's make sure I'm getting the right account selected. There we go. So we are pushing up. The next level that I'm watching here is 338 quarters. Above that is 365 quarters. So the market is just in full rally mode. Again, so we just broke out on Nvidia. Nvidia and Microsoft are the ones that we're watching today to guide our trades because Apple's off a cliff and nobody cares about Apple because Apple likes to do its own thing. Apple lives in its own lane. The Magnificent Seven is going all up and Apple just goes, I didn't catch the memo. We're going to go straight down and face plant. So it is what it is. All right, let me make sure I have all of this selected properly here. Cool. Got it all selected. Yeah, we are pushing up here. Nvidia is blowing out these. We had kind of a two-day double topping area here at 912. Like I said, 915 is the big area on Nvidia. That's where we're going to see whether or not it's going to be the hero of the day. We are continuing to push up here. We are 10 minutes out from the University of Michigan sentiment, so I will be waiting to trade until that comes out. 338 quarters, if we go back, you can see, I mean, it's far back, but let's see. It was this area right here in the market where we topped out right here. And this is on April 12th. So we had that big topping area on April 12th. That's for you Jake, you changed your name. Just ticking around. I love it. So that was on April 12th. We had that topping area right there. So that's why I have that level there on the old chart. I feel like my internet's a little bit slow right now. Let me make sure that I'm not having any issues. Is the stream still looking good for everybody? Yeah, we're good. Cool. Cool. I am ready for the weekend. Let me tell you this. Now that I got my XFA trading out of the way, I'm so ready for my weekend. Nvidia, again, needs to hit 915 and hold it for us to be strong today. It needs to hold 915s. Just reached my second payout amount for 50K this month. The drought has ended, but nice, Cave. Let's go. Yeah, I'm exhausted. I mean, I don't know if you could tell. I am freaking exhausted. I am exhausted. I'm ready for the weekend. Nice work there. Ride the Watermelon. Ride the Watermelon. New member in here that's been killing it, giving out some great trade commentary, live commentary. We have a channel called Trade Ideas, which we decided is kind of like the live commentary channel for members that want to do their thought stream. And Ride the Watermelon has been gracious enough to give us their thought stream. It's been very cool to watch that and see how they develop their trades and read the market. It's very, very cool. Really appreciate you contributing in there. Ride the Watermelon. Appreciate that very much. Was down about 8K on my funded account. Now I'm up 5. Whoa, John Williams. Let's go. Nice work. Hit like I want to win a Clubhouse month. Well, where are we at right now? It's only 1,100 likes. We should be there by now. We are 20 likes away. Very, very close. So rejection there at 38 quarters. Also rejection off of that 912 clear out on Nvidia. Nvidia really is a good guide to be watching here alongside Microsoft. I will continue to say that. If we do not hold these breakouts on Nvidia and Microsoft, the NQ should come back down. Ride the Watermelon has been super helpful since I joined. Big thanks. See, there you go. Coming down now. This is why I don't want to take any trades. Wait, hold on. I got to switch. Oof. Good thing I took a pause here. I had my trade copy set to my Express Funded still. Stop it. Don't do that. Don't bring me into this market. Good golly. Ribs, what's the Microsoft level? We are looking at a 415 clear out. 415. So easy to remember. 915 and 415. At 7 green days in the XFA, just trying to be consistent, looking for good trades, not money. Nice work there, Tony. Let's go. Happy with this one. Use the 1 hour chart for rejection zones from weeks ago. Yes, very nice. So we're looking at the same thing, I think, dude. That 38 quarters, April 12th rejection. I think we're looking at the exact same thing, exactamundo. How do we change our membership from weekly to monthly? Right here. We also have this channel called Member FAQ. It's also hidden for a lot of folks here, but we have this one right here. But in there is a link, and this is for you, Cabe. So click that, go to Member FAQ, and scroll to the top of that, and it says you can access your Market Clubhouse account at any time by going to this link. Click that link, and that's where you can change your frequency from weekly to monthly or quarterly. That's where you do it. And if you have any trouble, just let me know, and I'll send you the link. Got funded on 250Ks and blew them. Finally did a 150K, and the drawdown fits my style so much more. Up 2,500. Nice work there, Sam. Way to go. GME is looking spicy. We have time. Let's look at it. Why not? Yeah, GME's been rocketing, right? Oof. Holy smokes. GME is the culprit for my greatest, most profitable trade of all time. Thank you, GME. I will never forget you. We'll never forget that trade. It was craziest, crazy thing. Those are fun times. Those are fun times. We were talking about that yesterday in Clubhouse. Buy calls on Monday. Don't look at your phone until Friday. Oh, I'm up 600%. Sweet. Is there free backtesting software? TradingView, you could argue. Amateur genius. Yeah, it's here, right? You know what? I haven't checked in a while, and I'm sorry if you folks are AMC holders out there, but no, man. There's still people saying that AMC could actually go to $100,000 a share. It's like, nope, it can't. I promise you. That CEO is a scumbag, by the way. Adam Aaron. Oof. What a scumbag that guy is. Yikes. I wouldn't like, doing that to people is just so many ways of wrong. But if everyone holds. Rips, planning for a future one-on-one, what info will make it most efficient and productive? You want to have your journal entries, so some trade journals, trade logs, and then your emotional journal as well. I like to focus on either your trades or your emotions or a little bit of both, and then we come up with a cohesive plan to address what I can discover as a couple of your leaks, and then I give you some homework, and then you check in with me basically every single week until your next one-on-one. That's usually how it goes. It's kind of the blueprint for these one-on-ones. Everybody's different. I haven't given the same trade plan or the same homework to anybody yet, which is just shows you how unique trading is. Everybody's had a different homework assignment. There's similarities, but everybody's different. Everybody's at a different stage. Everybody's at a different area in their journey. Did Roaring Kitty ever sell his shares? I believe so. I'm pretty sure. Can you explain the news again? What should drive the market up versus what should drive it down? Good question there, Justin. So we are looking for the one-year inflation outlook. By the way, Lori Logan, inflation data has been disappointing. Too early to think about cutting rates. Not a soft landing yet. We have made substantial progress on inflation with labor market and economy strong. Oh, goodness. Fed's Bowman, we have continuing momentum in the economy. Plans to keep policy steady for a bit longer. Okay. All right, so to answer your question, that was Justin. We are looking for the one-year inflation expectation at 3.2%. If it came in lower than that, the market should rally. 5 to 10-year inflation at 3.0% came in lower, market should rally. So inflation expectation down, market up. Inflation expectation up, market down. That's what we're looking at here. 3.5 minutes. Current conditions at 79 versus 79.3. Expectation at 76.0 versus 77. So we're expecting lower. So if that came in higher and then inflation came down lower, that would be like the God print, but we'll have to see. Again, I'm going to be trading this in combines. Make sure I have everything correctly selected here. I do. We'll be trading this in combines. Nvidia is looking to test 912 again. Microsoft pushing up. Microsoft is the culprit right now for this push in the NQ. Meta still holding up on these highs. Apple is testing a rollover here at 183 halves. Huge bounce from Tesla. Not that it matters, and S&Ps are pushing comfortably above 5260 here. But this is the big print the market's been waiting for. You can see volume has been in a steady decline. You can see this right over here on my chart. Volume's been in a steady decline here. So let's see what the University of Michigan has to say with their preliminary statement here. Can you copy Tradeovate and TopStep accounts? No, you cannot. You can Tradeovate and NinjaTrader copy simultaneously, but you cannot do TopStep X. You cannot copy with anything outside of TopStep X. What chart is that? That is the NQ. Anyone know where to go preset my top TP and stop loss on TopStep X? It's in your settings. Thank you, Fun Tasty John. Thank you. There is no lifetime. We don't do a lifetime one. I think that would be a weird one. There are a couple people who did do yearly, but that's something you have to reach out for. All right. 319 halves are holding. Looking back at, I'm going to clear out the profit since we're about a minute and a half away from this print here. Remember, 3.2 is the 1 year. 3.0 is the 5 to 10 year. Anything outside of that, inflation down, market up, inflation up, market down, in line, kerfuffle, and then we maybe see some larger players entering into the market here. What's the max evals you can have with TopStep? Unlimited. You can have as many as you'd like. Right now I have 6, but I have a bunch past. Hey Rips, if we do yearly, will you respond to our I always respond to DMs. I do. I promise. I swear. I really do. It's just sometimes some take longer than others. I do respond to everybody's DMs. That's the thing. I'm doing my best over here. I promise. Will MC get me a Lambo? No, never. Look at that order book. Clearing right out. You can see, look at this. It becomes a dark, murky swamp here with no liquidity. 30 seconds here, folks. Why is it like that now? There we go. 30 seconds. We got a lot of room to the downside. This thing can sweep fast. Be careful. Make sure you have stops in place and do understand there can be slippage on stops, especially on a big move like this. It's probably a good idea to flatten your position or go low. Be careful. If you want to gamble, do your thing. I'm not going to stop you, but understand this can have a lot of volatility. A lot of traders have been waiting all week for this print. Quick little recap here. Nvidia trading 908, Microsoft 414 halves. Here we go, folks. I'm trading this in combines, not trading this in XFAs. Combines. 67.4. Ooh, a rise to 3.5. That is no good. That is no good there. I want to try to add to this. That is not a good print for the markets. Very high rise in the 1 year. Let's see if we can actually hold this break below. Watching. Looking for us to flush 300s here. A terrible, terrible print for the markets, but does the print think so? Watching here. Some bidders coming in, but can we flush right here, right now? Looking for a 300 pull. Not looking like it's going to pull. If this doesn't pull, then the market's going to rip today. Watch for a 300 flush here. Okay, there's your 300 tickle. Can we get a flush? There's your flush. Nice. Beauty, beauty. There it is. Hey, there's what we're looking for. Trying to cover. Nice. Covered half. Stop at break even. Letting them rest. Run on down. Anybody else see that like I saw that? Inflation up. Market down. Market down. Inflation up. And we'll move our stop to 50% of the bar now. And what did we say? We said they're going to bring the market up only to whack it down. Dude, tell me you're still in that trade. Dude, please. Oh, no, sorry. Gotta stop that. Gotcha. Sorry. I did not look at chat. Alrighty. And our stop is right at 298 halves. We might tickle 300s and we got stopped out there. So that's going to bring our total up to, what are we at here? $4,100. $4,100. Yep. Smart, dude. Very smart that you closed that. Anybody else see the market like I did? I moved my stop just so we could take a little bit more heat, and then we did the ad once the push was done. And there we have it, folks. So we are locking up our day there. $4,100 in the profit. Green across the board there. Green across the board. And let me show you what this looks like here. Green across the board. There it is, folks. Up $4,100. That's going to do it. Let's do a giveaway. How are we feeling on a giveaway here? Did we hit 1,100 likes? I think it's giveaway time, folks. I think it is giveaway time. Wait. Are we really? We're 4 likes away. If we get 4, all right, I'm going to give you folks 25 seconds here. I can't believe it. I thought for sure that we'd have that. Oh my goodness. I thought for sure that we'd have that. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. We got it. Okay. All right, let's do our giveaway, folks. Before we do the giveaway, I do always ask for your support. Number one way that you can support the stream is just by subscribing. It's free to subscribe to the stream. We're trying to get to 16,000 subs. The other way that you can support the stream, you don't have to buy anything, but you just do me a favor and you just click this link. That's all you have to do. You just click that link, you let the page load, you agree to the cookies, and then you close down the page. You never have to go to it ever again. That shows your support for the stream, and I really do appreciate anybody who does that for me. It's just the one thing that I ask for here. All right, so here we go, folks. Let's do it right here, right now. Let's do the giveaway here. Let's do the keyword. What should we do for a keyword today? So giveaways. Member luck is going to be 10x the luck here. And we'll do a giveaway for either Top Step Combine or a free month of Clubhouse. Keyword is going to be fun green Friday. There we go. Let's do this one. All right, folks, here's the giveaway right here. By the way, before I get this slid over, we have this right here, at Selling Rips. You want to follow me at Selling Rips on Twitter, on Instagram. If you're not following me there, you do not qualify for the giveaway. That's it. That's the only thing I ask. Just follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Trying to get to 20,000 followers on Twitter. We're so close, and almost to 5,000 on the Instagram. You folks are wrong with the keyword. Look at this. It is Fun Green Friday. Fun Green Friday. That's the keyword. One word, Fun Green Friday. Just type it in. Lickety split, Fun Green Friday. Type it into the YouTube chat, nowhere else, and that will get you entered into the giveaway. Remember, channel members get 10 times more luck. By the way, if this inflation read doesn't keep the market down, we're going to find some squeezing today, by golly. I would be shocked, though. That is a really bad print for the market. Very, very bad print for the market there. Very bad print there. Island Mike is hammered. You're kidding me. Wait, is Dakota taking any of these trades? I want to see. My trading buddy. I want to see my trading buddy win. House account, no position. Oh, dang it. Yeah, I'll watch that in a little bit. I do have, welcome BM Klug. Welcome to the VIP chat. You do get 10x more luck. Welcome. I hope my trading buddy is having an okay day. Took along at 284. Nice. There you go. Lori Logan just said, the events of March 2023 have impacted how we need to look at liquidity risks. So talking about potential bank failures there. Thanks, Lori. I guess everybody in the Fed has puts today. They knew the Michigan sentiment read was going to be bad. Yeah, it's okay. I see that he's down, but he'll probably recover. He's just having it's an off day. It's not a big deal. Just an off day. What would be holding the market up? What would drive it even higher on a very bad print? Good question, Justin. Thank you for asking. I love those types of questions because it's very helpful for the group to talk about these things when they are market related, not talking about like, oh, what are the lines on your chart? Show your P&L, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. Those are the questions that help. So I appreciate that, Justin. What would keep the market up today would be squeezing from the options market and offsides traders from, when we have a lot of longs here. There are folks that want to defend those long positions so they can support the bid. They can have a desk where they're saying, hey, support this bid. We need to get up and over that 365 quarters level, So there's a lot of different things. But options activity would likely be the number one culprit here. All right, folks. Wait, hold on. New from Lori Logan here. She's talking, she's really hinting at banks looking to fail here. So that's not good. Go up a little bit higher until we get some really big cracks there. Hey, Rips, I don't have a Twitter and IG won't let me follow you without reviewing it. Really? Well, if you win, we'll make an exception, possibly. All right, folks, let's roll this out here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rolling. Paul, are you with us? Paul, you've won either a free Top Step Combine or a free month of Clubhouse. Your choice. Paul, just type in whatever your Instagram or Twitter username is, and we'll get this show on the road here. Yes, you. That's you. You are the big winner, Paul. All right, free month of Clubhouse. And what is your username, please, on Instagram or on Twitter? What is it? Yeesh, my name is Paul. Oh, wish. I thought you were going, yeesh. All right, let's see if we can find you here. Hopefully you follow the rules. I want you to win so bad. Cash Gary is talking. Get out of here, Cash Gary. Good golly. All right, I'm guessing that's Instagram. All right. Cash Gary is talking, folks. I can't believe that. I didn't have him on my schedule. Okay, Paulius. 386. You don't follow me? Wait. You don't follow me if this is you. I'm going to refresh real quick. Paul. I was so excited too. I was so excited for you. You're not following me. Wait, on Insta I do. There's a Paulius 386. I'm going to copy this again. I'm going to try this one more time here. I rarely do this. I'm going out on a limb here. Yeah, let's see. Maybe you're one of these people. Nope, you're not them. You're not them. No. And sorry, dude. Got to re-roll. I'm sorry about that. Rules are rules. Got to respect the real rules. All right, everybody. Wait, what's going on here? There we go. Got to respect the rules here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rolling. John Daria. You are a channel member. Congratulations, John. I think you already are in the Discord here. So it's up to you, Mr. John. It is up to you, sir. What would you like? Let's see. Let's see. Can't believe it, Paul. Oh, what a layup that was. Such an easy layup. John Daria, are you with us? Hopefully you didn't leave. Hopefully you did not leave. I can't believe that. Can you imagine? You in the contest? You're about to... Yes, but I do follow you on Insta. What's your username then? I mean, look. Here's your account right here, right? There's your account. And you're following 2 people. And neither of them are me. So, all right. Unless you gave me the wrong Insta username. I'm open to you telling me another username if that's the case. But yeah, look at that. John followed me. Hey, John, what would you like? Free month of Clubhouse or a free Top Step Combine? What would you like there? You tell me. You tell me. Come on down. Clubhouse, done deal. Okay. Congrats. Free month. All right, message me back if you're already in here with whatever your Discord username is. But all right, folks, so here's for a free Top Step Combine. If you folks want it, we can do it right here, right now. We'll give this person one chance to claim it. We'll give them 1 minute to claim it. So be ready, be on your toes. Here we go in 5. Oh, it's you, the Duke. Perfect. Let me add you right now. Congrats there. Look at that. Cool, cool, cool. Let me get you right here, right now. You are good until... So get ready for this next roll. This is going to be for a free Top Step Combine here. You are good until June, my friend. Wow, market's coming down now. Holy smokes. All right, here we go, folks. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rolling. Dano, you are another channel member. You've won a free Top Step Combine. Let me know what your username is. You got 60 seconds to claim it starting right now. Boom, shakalaka. Second Combine pass today. Nice work there. Way to go. Congrats to anybody who held out that short, juicy short there to the top side, or to the downside. Oh goodness! All right, Dano M14 Insta, congratulations. Are you already in the Clubhouse, by the way? Are you already in there? Dano _M14 AR, and you do follow. Great. Yes, cool. I could probably just message you on Discord then. Pastor 100K right now. Caught the short. Way to go, Tommy Ruff. Congrats. Free Combine. There we go. Boom. All right, folks. We are locking up here. We're up $4,100 here. That's going to be my Friday. I will see everybody on YouTube on Monday. Thanks for joining me very much. Really appreciate you. We'll be back next week to have some very fun trades. We got some stuff coming next week that's going to be very, very fun. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully everybody has a nice, relaxing, restful weekend. And I will talk to you all on Monday. Don't go anywhere if you're on the Discord. We're going to trade it up. Take care.